Afrocentrics claim ancient Egyptians were 100% black Africans from sub-Saharan Africa. Sounds dramatic, sounds bold, but there's a problem. Every serious piece of evidence, archaeology, genetics, art, language, says the opposite. So today, we're not giving opinions, we're giving facts. And facts don't care about internet theories. One art evidence. Let's start with the simplest, most powerful evidence. The Egyptians literally painted themselves for 3,000 years. And guess what? Egyptians. Brown, copper-colored skin Nubians. Very dark black skin Libyans. Light skin with tattoos Asians Levant. Yellowish beige tones if Egyptians were the same as Nubians. Why would they paint themselves differently in thousands of scenes? Why would they clearly distinguish Egyptians, Nubians, Libyans, Asians? Are we saying the Egyptians didn't know their own skin color? Afrocentrism collapses at the first brushstroke. To genetics, the mummies tell the truth next. DNA from real mummies, not memes. The study from Max Planck and Tübingen in 2017, one of the strongest DNA analyses ever found. Ancient Egyptians were closest to North Africans, Near Easterners, and Mediterranean populations. Sub-Saharan African ancestry was much lower than in modern Egyptians, no evidence of them being identical to West or Central African populations. This means not Sub-Saharan, not West African, not black in the modern racial sense. They were a unique North African people with genetic ties to the Mediterranean and Levant. Afrocentrism hates this study because it destroys the entire narrative. Three-language language is one of the strongest markers of identity. Ancient Egyptian belongs to the Afro-Asiatic language family, alongside Berber-Semitic Chadic, not with Niger-Congo languages like Yoruba, Igbo, Zulu, Wolof. Completely different grammar, different roots, different structure, different linguistic world. If Egypt was a black sub-Saharan civilization, its language would reflect that. But it doesn't. Again, Afrocentrism fails. For geography and anthropology, people forget geography. Egypt is North Africa, not sub-Saharan Africa. Just like Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, these are all North African civilizations with brown to light brown skin tones, Mediterranean and Near Eastern influences, a distinct genetic profile. Egypt was exactly the same, a crossroads civilization, not isolated, not sub-Saharan. Afrocentrism tries to erase the entire North African identity and rewrite it into something it never was. 5. Why Afrocentrism exists. So why does Afrocentrism keep pushing this narrative? Because it's not a historical movement, it's a political one. Created in the US to uplift black identity after centuries of oppression. And that mission is understandable, but rewriting another people's history is not the solution. You can build pride without stealing someone else's civilization. Here's the reality. Ancient Egyptians were brown, copper-skinned North Africans, genetically linked to the Mediterranean and Near East, not sub-Saharan Africans, and definitely not what Afrocentrics describe. They weren't black, they weren't white, they were simply Egyptian. And that identity doesn't need to be stole, twisted, or repainted by anyone. Follow for real history, not politics, not TikTok theories, just facts.